Hello, hello everyone. How's it going? Hi, everyone. Hi, chat. How are y'all? How's everyone doing today? I we have to make this a little bit bigger. I hope y'all are doing well. Hello, Twitch. Hello, YouTube. Hello, hello. How is everyone tonight? Phoenix, congrats on first. Oh, Tommy. Hello, thank you for the 26 months. A little bit concerning how long we have been streaming, but you know, maybe that's a good thing, chat. It shows dedication. Hello, Fusion. I hope y'all are doing well. Hello, Nightblood. So real, so cool. I want to get this done. So that's what we're working on. We're gonna be hanging out. I'm going to be productive and hopefully only good things. That's the plan. That's the plan. That's the hope. Probably like a short, like 2 hours stream. Not too long, not too short. Like just a reasonable amount of hours. You know, it's not just a reasonable amount of hours. I have to decide how I want to like render the faces. I'm still really up in the air about that. I think the like, it's just the eyes that are really throwing me off. I think the like mouth and beard is like fine. I think I just don't know how I want to render the eyes. It's like, you know, chat, drawing eyes is hard. Drawing eyes is really difficult. Like, you can do like the very... Oh, that's the wrong brush. Let's see. You can do like the very like anatomically correct eyes, but like, those ones kind of scare me sometimes when you like draw them. You know. I wonder if that actually ends up being alright for us, all things considered. It might be growing on me. It might be growing on me. It's actually not too bad now that I've tried it. That's actually not the worst. I think the face is a little harsh because of it. Try to balance it a little bit. I wonder if that looks too silly. We'll roll with it for now. This is like, I think, the best that we're gonna do for a hot minute. Oh, Lobster Sundays, yeah, a little short productivity stream. Make sure we're doing our work. Let me go ahead and save our progress. Let's see if I can do that same kind of eye, but I'm not sure if we're gonna get the same kind of success. I'm not a big fan of this eye. I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of this eye style as well. Like, we could do like the kind of half lazy anime eye, but maybe we'll just skip the eyes for now and try blushes. That might help out a little bit. How did we exactly do his eye? What did I start with? Maybe something like that. Maybe. Maybe those lines in the eyes is a bit much, but we'll do a little bit of like a light erasing. I don't think his head should be facing like all the way down, so we might need to adjust the perspective a little bit. And we'd be kind of lazy about it though. Feels almost a little bit like silly. You know, if it works, it works, chat. If it works, it works. I did not end up going to Voodoo Donuts this weekend. For those of you who are emotionally invested in that did not happen. It's fine. It's alright, chat. There will always be more donuts. I heard a really nice song that's been like stuck in my head as of recently, actually. Let me remember who the like actual artists are. It kind of matters. I want to properly put it down. It's by like some guy named Olive Songs. And he like does a duet with like another person. But I think this guy makes a lot of songs, so I probably can't just be like, oh yeah, that song of I feel like we've ruined the perspective of the eyes by doing this. Yeah, it looks kind of funky now. I might have to just redraw this all. It was a really cute song, actually. Okay, maybe it's not so like it's a cute sounding song. The actual like source material behind the song, like the not source material, the like if you listen to the lyrics, that's what I'm trying to say. If you listen to the lyrics, it's like kind of like not amazing. It's a really pretty sounding song. Ironically, like I don't hello Flashlight. Pokemon. To the lovely chat. Normally I don't like watch like anime edits or anything. Okay, you know what? Before we do that, actually, let me duplicate. Well, let me just not even duplicate. Let me just duplicate. Let me duplicate this in case we want to go back. Bunny, Sen, fam, how are you doing, fam? I hope you are staying warm. I heard it got real chilly in your area. Please stay safe. It is freezing out there. Even SoCal's feeling it a little bit. More like the warm state. Yeah, now engaging Bunta. Basically, like, the song it's like 20 degrees? Oh my god, that's terrifying. Damn, you have every right to lose it. Goodness me. Okay, that looks too strong of an eyebrow. Boys, please stay warm, fam. Goodness me. Maybe his head is just too wide after the tone. I think that's what it is. I think I just made his head like too wide on the base. I think we have to go to the base layer and just like make his head less wide. Maybe his whole body less wide. Chat, this is why anatomy and like drawing human figures is so difficult. I don't know, it just doesn't have the same charm as this first set of eyes. I don't know what I did with this first set of eyes to make them look so charming. It just does not have the same quality as this first set of eyes that I drew. We'll figure it out, chat. We'll figure it out. Surely there must be a way. Surely. Who's trying to contact me? I don't know, chat. The transition from this flame to this flame is so, like, abruptly different. We have to somehow make it look a little bit oof. His hair isn't actually that puffy, but I suppose just to, like, exaggerate it more. I think it still seems a little wide. Surely there is a way to fix this, surely. I think we're getting closer. We're definitely getting closer. I feel it. Maybe it's the corner of the eyes. Now that I'm looking at these two side by side, it might be actually the corner of the eyes. I'm gonna see if I can revise that a bit. Give them more, like... all corners. Oh, Los Vedas, how have you been? It has been a little bit. think it's a little bit closer to how I want it. It's not entirely exact, but I think the high corners is a good start. Something like that. Something like that. You can say hi for a bit and then leave the sleep early. No problem, Mercedes. Thank you for dropping by. I do like this style of face more than I like this style of face, but... What is it about the eyes? There's more to it than just the high corner. Whatever it is, I suppose we'll have to figure out later. Like, we're gonna make a little bit of progress, don't get me wrong. We haven't even gone to the actual line art. We're just trying to, like, further cement the details. Again, not entirely in love with it, but I think this is the closest we're going to get for this game. Actually, because the eye shine is going that way instead of like maybe going like maybe this way. That might be helping a little bit. Yeah. Right. Like this song that I mentioned. Oh, hello, Vanguard Chelsea. Welcome on in. Thank you for the follow. Hi, how are you? I don't play Vanguard, but I play a decent amount of TCGs. Now we have to work on Soul's face. Gotta figure out how I want to do his eyes. But anyway, so it's a duet. It's a duet by what's the word? Boys. Laughlin. It's a duet by a guy named Oliver Sings. And I can't seem to find the information for the other guy. Maybe I'm just blind. I'm assuming that the one that's primarily uploading is the one who wrote the song. That's my assumption. Hi, just Weaver. How are you? Maybe we can try this like high corner thing first of all. Maybe it will work out better than we think. I don't know if that looks weird just because of the angle of the eye or not. This one looks actually very Yu-Gi-Oh! Chat. This right eye looks super Yu-Gi-Oh! You're drowsy, but you must work. Good luck. Thank you. I hope you're safe at work. Please stay warm if you can. It's dreadful out lately. A lot of places, it's very cold right now. I think this is a nice eye. This is not the eye for Soul. I think these aren't bad eyes, but these just aren't the eyes. You know, chat? It's not it. This ain't it, chat. It's not it. But like I was saying, chat, it's a duet. It's been stuck in my head all day. The first part is like, you walk glass, golden widow. So I never wish to war. As you wait, I'm so little. And I put myself on every thought. Wish that you were clearer to see my point of view. I think I'm doing it like an entire... I think I'm doing an entire register too high though. Because like... Not that guys can't sing high, but like the guys sing it definitely weren't that high. I like the second part towards the duet though. The second part is very pretty. The second part is very pretty. So it's like... You are glass, thick and blurry. So you see the worst parts first. You're a pain, and I worry. Your temper's always point to burst. Wish that I was clearer, could see your point of view. If I'm glass, then I'm a mirror. Seeing only you. Something like that. It was really cute, really pretty. It's like one of those songs where it's like, it's not actually like a full song, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's really popular online these days, that, like, you make little tunes, and that's kind of like a song within itself, you know? It's not like, you know, like, fully produced songs. It's like, people are still making music, don't get me wrong. Right? People are still making music. But I don't think that's, like, very popular to, like, have, like, little tunes. Almost like a jingle or something? Something like that. Almost like a jingle or something. What am I going to do his eyes? I like this style of eye. It just looks like way too small for like... I feel like it looks just like way too small. Maybe I'm crazy. I feel like it just looks like way too small. Yeah, like I feel like it looks super small. I don't know. I don't know if that just like looks too strange from far away. Maybe other artists can get away with this style. I don't know if I can get away with this style. But yeah, it's a good song. Hello, clothing. How can I do it with a lower register? Like, I naturally want to start off at a higher register. Because that's like where my voice sits. But to like properly do it, I gotta get like a lower register. Blah. I heard if you want to like get a lower register, you have to like pant like a dog. I don't know if that actually works or not. I've been told that's what you're supposed to do. So who knows? Who knows? People shift octaves all the time. Well, like, yeah, but I'm trying to, like, follow it to the proper, like... chat, you know me, I'm not huge in proper music forms, but... Trying to do it proper. It looks weirder when I make the eyes bigger, but it just like, I don't know, does that look too small? I have no idea. Like now it just, maybe it looks like he has a really big forehead. Maybe I gotta fix that. Drawing people is so difficult. Goodness me. I think you're also supposed to have like warm water when you sing or something. I drink cold water because I prefer cold water. If I were to like actually listen to it, it would help me like get the proper, what's the word? It would help me get like the proper range. Like, I don't know how to like read sheet music, if that makes sense. Yeah. Like, I know how to like... At one point if you like... I know how to like look at a... like a note and be like, oh yes, I have to play like the A note or something. But I don't know how to actually like, what's it called? The speech class she had to take in college. Cold water restricts the vocal cords, interesting. That probably makes sense. What's the word? So I can recognize and read the notes, like letters on a word, on like a page, right? But that doesn't mean that I can properly perform the notes. Oh, Breezy, thank you for the head pats and the rich head pats. Okay, let's see. You are glass, golden widow. So I never push too hard, 'cause you break on so little. And I caught myself on every shot. I wish that you were clearer, could see my point of view. You are glass looking blurry, so it's the worst parts first. Feel the pain, and I worry that your temper's always fine to push. I wish that I was clearer and could see your point of view. But if I'm glass, then I'm a mirror. With you, only you. Like, I can copy, like, a song if I hear something sing it. But I can't read off of a sheet music. I don't, that's too advanced for me, chat. Like, if someone puts, like, the letter, like, A, and I know what the A is on, like, whatever I'm playing, I could be like, oh, yes, I have to press this button to press that note. But I don't fundamentally know, like, what note that is. Like, I don't know if I'm actually playing the A note correctly, if that makes sense. Like, I could probably tell if something's terribly out of tune, but I wouldn't be like, oh, yes, that is the A note. I can totally identify that. I can't. When you speak. Some advanced skills out here, chat. Advanced skills. I cannot do those. It's a very pretty song, so it has been stuck in my head for a bit. Hello, Corfish. How are you? How have you been? Welcome on in. We're still yapping. We're still yapping, actually. Oh no, not green. Red. You're doing great. How am I today? In SoCal, the weather's not too shabby. It's a little chilly, like more chilly than we anticipated, but nothing too crazy. I hope you've been staying safe and warm out there. You got snowed in? Oh no. I recently learned that, like, in some places, 3 inches of snow is enough to, like, shut roads down. So I could only imagine how crazy it's getting out there. I was telling chat about this song that I heard from, like, an anime edit or something. that got stuck in my head. Pretty much any amount of snow in Texas is enough to shut stuff down. California's weird. There's some areas that would basically never snow, and there's some areas that, like, it gets a lot of snow on average. So, like, they're kind of used to it. Like, it's not snowing year-round, if that makes sense, but, like, there's enough, like, precedent to snow. Hello, Floopies. Thank you for the 85 stream streak. There's enough precedent to snow in these areas, if that makes sense. But, like, people to be prepared for it, you know? You're not trapped. You're pleased to find out you're not trapped in your house in Colorado. Did Colorado get mad snow? You got 7 inches where you were, goodness me. A couple inches, not a huge amount. Man, I cannot imagine. That's entirely too cold for me. So, you know, ironically, chat, unrelated to the snow thing, I somehow know a lot of people who are, like, musically inclined. I don't know how this came about. Also, like... the perspective on this sucks. I think this eye is actually pretty alright. I could maybe make it... I could stand to make it a little bigger. Not too big. The eye over here, those ones suck. Well, I'm feeling cold just thinking about it. When it comes to warm drinks, there's not a lot of stuff that I drink that's super warm. Like, only once in a blue moon do I have tea. I'm more of a hot chocolate leaning type gal than anything. I don't do coffee. What kind of hot drinks are there? I guess like mulled wine. I think that's a hot drink or something. I don't do that. I don't know if eggnog is supposed to be hot or not. If that is hot, it's definitely not something I do. Okay, maybe we have to zoom out when we draw these faces. It's like, I swear the perspective on these, like, it's just not... It's not doing it. To get like the general shape, you know, chat. I think getting the general shape is like one of the most important parts of making sure the eye looks correct. But I'm not good at drawing people, so this is practice, this is productivity, everything. I think that's a good eye. I think the problem is just the face. Okay, now it looks strange. hopefully that helps a little bit. I'm hoping it does. Maybe something like that, maybe. I don't know if his eyes look too... Dude. We're gonna have to take those, all things considered. I'm a little bit also concerned on the eyes. At least it does look more like he's opening his hand. So. I'll have to take it. I hope it gives off the motion. I hope it gives the proper motion. I hope it's conveyed properly. Let's go ahead and save her progress. I feel like that's the only bad thing for me about animation, chat. I aspire to do animation. I like the art style and concept as a medium. It just takes so long to do. Which again, chat, we're trying to be better about it, but... You were clearer, could see my point of view. You are blessed, don't worry. What is ours purpose? For a pain, and I worry. Like a temper's always fine to burst. Wish that I was clearer. I could see your point of view. But if I'm glass, then I'm a mirror. Yeah, production. Yeah, animation is really underpaid. I agree. It's a constant issue, chat. It is a constant issue that animators are poorly underpaid. Exactly, like that's why a lot of studios are like turning towards 3D modeling. Like what is it? One of the newer Dragon Ball movies has 3D models that are made to look as anime as possible, just to try to make the process like easier. And like they have the resources to do that kind of stuff. But even that's not easy to do. I never got to the Broly movie. But I wouldn't be surprised if they also use that kind of technique back then too. Did I see that one dancing anime that had clip floating around? Maybe? I know there's a lot of like, so surprisingly chat, doing dances in like weeb culture like isn't new with 3D models. Because of stuff like Vocaloids. Like, Hatsune Miku, unironically, is a big reason why 3D models are, like, very popular in Japan. On top of like 3D models are like an easier thing to work with, you know. I don't know the name. Stop knowing what you're watching. What are you watching, Bello? I'm so concerned. Hello, Bello. How are you? I think I know what you're talking about, clothing. Hello, Krishanti. Are you talking about it's an anime, like it's some white-haired girl, right? And then it's like a dark hair. Okay, I'm describing every anime ever, but like there was a white-haired girl and a dark-haired guy. I think the guy is taller than the girl. Just stick with me, chat. Stick with me. No. I don't think this one's got pigtails. I could be wrong. It's like an anime where they like 3D model the dancing, which like is like at least 10 animes, which is I'm describing every anime that has ever been made. For those of you joining us, I have a like song stuck in my head that I think might be a TikTok song. I don't mean like TikTok in terms of viral. I mean TikTok in terms of like, I think that's where like the person who made the song, I think that's the primary platform. Was there a beat? I didn't watch the anime! That's the problem! I didn't watch the anime, how am I supposed to know? It was so doomed, chat. One dance. One dance? One dance. Okay, we're gonna kind of cheat on this one, chat. We're going to trace over the previous frame and just move the eyes up. But the reason I'm making the eye shape on this one slightly different is because the angle of his face is ever so slightly my worry, it tempers so big that to play. Wish that I was clearer. I could see your point of view if I was behind the mirror. So hopefully that looks... Why does he have baby face now? Gosh dang it! Why are you so hard to draw? There is a white hair girl and a dark hair boy. Every anime ever. But yeah, one dance. I guess that must be it. Sounds pop. It sounds correct. The beard got younger. Yeah, this is true. Ugh. I think it has something to do with the nose bridge, unironically. I don't know how to explain it. What are we missing? How did you get like 10 years younger? How did this happen? Why I hate one people. Is it because you're happy? That doesn't help at all. His chin go up pointier. Yeah, we can fix his chin. Like, those are fixable things, chat. A lot of these layers are from, like, the base. Like, the base, so, like, before we added the faces, it just starts... This started as, like, faceless sketches. So, like, there's a lot of stuff we have to genuinely clean. Maybe it's fine, chat, whatever. It's such a short frame. It's such a short frame. Like, surely he won't notice. Surely he won't notice. Okay, idea. It's a crazy idea, it might just work. You'll never see it. Yo, what up, Skyhawk? Skyhawk. Now that you're here. My goat? My horse. I hope you're doing well, first off. I heard this song and it's really good. It's a duet. It is a big song. It's really pretty song. I think I had Josh find me the like actual like song. Let me pull up the video again. Cause I can't like I don't know it well enough to do it without the video. Like properly. I'm also like still really off the pitch. But like it's a good one. It's really pretty. Me. Let me go pull this up on the YouTube. But I did have Josh to send me the link on it. Take a talking. Oh no. Not the advertisements. Not the advertisements! Not again. Hello, Lance. How are you? Golden bottle, so I never put you on. 'Cause you were so little, and I put myself on every shot. I wish that you were clearer and could see my point of view. Your glass again blurry, so I think your worst part was more pain, and I worry, and my temper's always fine. Cause I wish that I was clearer and could see your point of view. But if I was, then I'm a viewer. He's very pretty. He made there's a bunny song? Pause chat. Pause everything. We're gonna go listen to the bunny song. Detour chat. We're gonna go listen to the bunny song. Oh my god, I lost all my tabs. We lost all our tabs. Wait. History. Aha! The history of 42 tabs. We have 42 tabs open? I'm crazy. There's no way. There's no way we had 42 tabs open. Oh, Scramble. How do I find this bunny song? Oh no! Not AI! Kill! They can't hear this. Pause. It was also kind of loud.
There were bunnies that were jumping on a trampoline, and I just learned that they weren't real. If a bot can inhabit an unknowing rabbit, it might manufacture the way you made me feel. How do I know that the sky's really sunny? Sometimes it feels like your love is as real as an unknowing bunny. There's a woman who was talking on my TV screen, and I just learned she doesn't exist. Her heart was created, her voice generated, her soul hasn't lived, and her lips have not been kissed. How do I know that the sky?
Why is the third rabbit a person? Because there's clearly a moral to this. A video that went viral of rabbits jumping on a trampoline that turned out to be fake? Like fake rabbits? Or like AI? He has an insane range. I figured it was. The bunnies or the song? I'm assuming the bunnies. You know, chat, I had a conversation this weekend with someone. About how, like, there's, like, parallel internet. I've imagined the song is real. I was actually directed to clothing on if clothing's mom showed them the song or the bunnies. But, what's it called? No, I don't doubt that the song is real. What's the word? I had a conversation. I figured it was the AI bunnies. I had a conversation chat this weekend with someone who, like, apparently they have a friend. So this person I was talking to, one of my friends, they're chronically online. They are a netizen, a legitimate netizen. They are always on the internet. They definitely, like, have the internet brain one, you know. But they have a friend who is also on the internet. But that friend has different interests. And somehow, because they both have separate interests, well, it's not even separate interests, like, they just get completely separate feeds. Like, it's not like, oh yeah, you don't see anime memes because you don't, like anime stuff. It's like, imagine a weird timeline where, like, let me think of, like, 2 memes that are, like, trending. Let me think about 2 memes that were, like, trending around the same time. This is going to be difficult to think. But, like, imagine there's a world where there's 2 memes that you know really well. Like, they're like super huge memes. Everyone knows about them, right? Imagine both of these memes exist at the same time. Hello, Warcraft Taker. Imagine both of these memes. Hello, Santry, welcome on. We're doing an art stream. I'm really bad at drawing people. We're doing an art stream. I'm yapping right now about, like, weird experiences on the internet. I'm really bad at drawing people, but we're practicing. We're practicing drawing people because I have an animation to do. What am I drawing? I'm drawing an animation. I'm drawing people. It's looping because I don't have the full timeline. What app is that? This is a program called Clip Studio. So, like I was saying, imagine a weird world where there's, like, 2 parallel internet. Where, like, 2 memes that are extremely viral are both viral at the same time. But 2 people can never hear about it. And, like, until they discuss. I know this is like an abstract concept, but basically, what my friend was telling me is that like that it makes sense is that there's a bunch of different memes on the internet. So you might not know about every single meme, right? My friend was basically telling me that like their friend, who is also equally chronically online, has such a unique and distinct different feed that like it's not even a matter of like niche interest. It's like memes that would be like legitimately popular. Like what is that? Like the 67 thing, you know, the number 6 and the number 7. Like imagine that, almost that level of popularity. Maybe that one's too big now, but like a meme that is super huge. And like you figure everybody knows what that meme is, but they've never heard of it before. And then they show you a meme that's just as big as that one, and you've never heard it in. Apparently, that's how like distinct their stuff is. Yeah, like I think it's crazy to think that like there's these weird, crazy, alternative like stuff. Which I mean, I'm assuming that's happening all the time. Like, I'm not hip with the kids now. I'm not hip with the kids. You know. Yeah, like there's just insane like universes of memes and like culture out there that you know nothing about, and it's not even like it could be a country based thing, but like it's just not. It's like a matter of like curated feeds. Like feeds are so curated now, chat, that even if you don't want them to be curated, like they are, and so you'll just never come across some of these things. Like viral, like stuff going viral and like common interest like doesn't happen as much anymore. Like back in the day, chat, like memes used to be like commercials you saw on TV and stuff, or like TV show television things, because that's like a shared interest and common experience that a lot of people share. But now that everybody has their own feeds and their own interests and stuff, like of course there's a bunch of memes in the Yu-Gi-Oh community. The people who play like I don't know, like Valorant or something, who I've never heard of. Like it goes even beyond that, which is insane. Insane, I tell you. It's crazy to think about. Crazy to consider. Like, I didn't really think about that. Like, you know, I figure, yeah, feeds are like a little bit different, you know? Because like everybody likes different stuff. It didn't occur to me that like the concept of you just never coming across a meme because your feed is so curated that you would never see it. Like all these viral posts that you never come across because like viral posts like rarely like I guess the tone would be like escape containment, you know? Back in my day, for real though. I don't know, that's like a crazy thing to think about, and I only bring that up because of like the bunnies thing. Like this guy and his music and this bunny song, like I would have no idea. Thankfully, you're right on time for fandom memes. Like, fandom memes are like pretty simple to grasp. I don't think it's bad if you don't know every single meme in existence, right, chat? Okay, we've seen them loop like 50 million times. I'm gonna go back to like the standard proper timeline. And we're gonna watch the whole thing loop and see how I feel about it. Because we gotta start adding details to everything else too. And then we gotta start doing the line art. There's a lot of work to be done for just like 2 seconds of animation, chat. And this isn't even like 24 FPS. I'm on like 12 FPS and we're really stretching some of these scenes. It's like barely, it's not even 2 seconds. It's like barely a second. I want to do the end with the Konada one. I'm debating the Konada ending. We could just cut it off like right before that too. So, I'll see how I feel when we get there, you know? I also might end it a little bit early. I don't know why I'm feeling so tight. We're gonna try to make it to 2 hours, chat. We're gonna try to make it to 2 hours. If we don't, apologies. Apologies if this is a much shorter stream than anticipated. Maybe I really am getting old. No, the reality is I was working today. So that's why I'm a little tired. Yeah, even Yu-Gi-Oh memes are wildly different in OCG. I could only imagine. I don't know, chat. It's really crazy to consider all this stuff, you know? Parallel internets, different feeds, like... the human experience is so different than it used to be. It's also, like, a little... I don't want to say concerning. I don't think concerning is the proper word, but... It's not concerning. Maybe just a little bit of food for thought to think that, like, a shared human experience is, like, extremely difficult to have now. Like, I feel like when I was younger, it was so easy to have something in common with the other kids. Which I guess, like, kids have gaming in common nowadays. That's probably... They probably have, like, gaming and, like, YouTubers. Do kids even still watch YouTube? I bet you, like... Well, I hope that they still watch YouTube. I feel like... I don't know how well filtered TikTok is for kids. I don't know. I don't use TikTok. I don't know algorithm and stuff. But yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is... Like, human experience is a lot different than it used to be. And I feel like as this, like, digital age becomes more and more curated, I worry that it will be, like, harder and harder for people to find connection. Which I think is why hobbies are becoming so popular. You wonder how often kids game nowadays? I don't know. Like, don't they play, like, Fortnite and stuff? Minecraft is still super popular, right? Like, I think you kids still play, like, Fortnite and Minecraft. There's, like, barely any kids' faces on the internet, though. Like, even, like, Roblox is more of, like, an adult thing, isn't it? Like, how many, like, kid-based video games are there? Like, actually marketed for kids. Like, you know how, like, Club Penguin? Like, kids would probably be playing Club Penguin. I don't know if there's a lot of those kind of games anymore for kids, you know? Like, don't get me wrong, like, something like Fortnite is definitely, like, family-friendly, you know? But it's not, like, directly marketed at kids. Like, it's very clear through a lot of their stuff. It's, like, it's not entirely marketed at kids. If it was only marketed at kids, like, they wouldn't have stuff, like... They wouldn't have a lot of, like, collabs and stuff that they do, you know? If it was only marketed at kids. So I have a couple choices. We can try to, like, flesh out the details in these frames a little bit more. Or I can start doing the line art for this. Wizard 101 is meant for kids, but you're pretty sure it's mostly 30-plus-year-old millennials. Yeah, well, like... So, stuff like Wizard 101 is a little bit different. Like, Wizard 101 and, like, RuneScape and, like, MapleStory was stuff primarily made for kids in the early 2000s, whose player base is now aged up, and wanted to return to, like, a level of nostalgia. I bet you kids could still play those games if they wanted to. But I really do think that those games also acknowledge that like the clientele has kind of changed. And they do kind of pander towards that for some of those games. Which is like have you heard, Chad? Any like I don't watch TV, so maybe like I'm not seeing the commercials. Like, when's the last time a game came out that was like legitimately marketed for kids? The anti-intellectual war is over. We lost. Oh boy. You know what I mean, Chad? Mario Kart. Okay, but like an online game. Is Mario Kart even like directly like I feel like okay, chat, are games that are E for everybody count as like kids marketed games? Like have they made Mario Kart easier for kids to play? I suppose it doesn't particularly matter if they do or do not. What we have to do for this layer, these layers. Okay, now we are going to at this point do something really important. We are going to decide the stroke size for the entire animation. You're probably wondering, like, Sam, is that really important? So there was a thing in art called line weight variation. And what line weight variation is it decides how thick a line is. And so a lot of artists will like utilize this, you'll see in like a lot of like traditional drawn art and like manga like and comic related art to do stuff like draw focus to certain areas, do shading, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But the reason why it's important now is because I want to keep this consistent for the entire animation. And if I can, pretty much like every like asset, like everything that we draw for this animation. So I think we're going to lock in on a 5 pixel wide brush. So I don't know. Kat, do you consider Mario Kart a game that's still marketed basically only towards kids? Do you count games that are rated E for everybody for kids? Like only for kids? Because I feel like that there are some movies that are definitely marketed towards kids. And then there's like family movies. Why don't video games fall into like a slightly different category on that? Like, I don't disagree that it's more friendly than, like, other stuff. I'm just wondering how much stuff is even, like, directly for kids and... You know? I'm not actually very great at drawing clouds either, but we're gonna try our best. it's a good thing I don't watch a lot of TV anymore. I've been trying to get out the like good kid games also good for casual adults. I'm not sure. I guess it depends on the type of kids game. So like clearly there's like the educational games, like I guess a good example of kids media. Now this isn't a game, but kids media that like resonated well with adults. It's like like Avatar: The Last Airbender, the TV show, was for kids, but it resonated very well with adults. Same thing with like Bluey, the TV show that's more like intended for like young children. But it's something that like adults can still enjoy. I think. So here's the thing: just because something is made for kids doesn't mean like adults can't enjoy it. Well, like I suppose vice versa. Though there are definitely certain adult things kids should not be consuming media-wise. Nor I think they should be playing game-wise. So like, you know, kids movies for sure. Lego games count? I'm not really sure. I guess like Lego is one of those things that like is kind of for kids, but now like kind of like I said, like about a lot of these like games, like Wizard 101, who started out like for kids, that's now pandering for adults. I think Lego is one of those franchises that like really were intended to be for kids until they realized that like adults also like Legos. In my opinion, I could be wrong. I don't work at Lego, and I haven't watched any like Lego documentaries or read any Lego stuff. So like, I guess Legos would be one of those things that like is still very much like intended for kids. So I don't really know like how many like Lego games are coming out these days, I suppose. Like I don't doubt that there's still kids video games coming out. I guess like my next concern is like how many kids video games that are coming out that have like an online experience, you know? A $600 Lego Pokemon? That sounds insane. How could they do this? It sounds evil. This is exactly what a large corporation would do. It's probably not entirely Lego's fault either, though. Like, anytime they do these like collabs, they have to buy the licensing. There's a Lego Batman game in the works. Interesting. But like, you know, I feel like in the past there were definitely like some games that like people would be like, yeah, that's definitely for kids. Like, I'm not going to play that. Like, I know people joke about how Minecraft is for kids. I think Minecraft is like similar but a little bit different. I think Minecraft is now at the point where they realize adults are playing Minecraft. But I don't know if Minecraft was entirely ever built just for kids. Like, isn't the whole redstone thing like based on like real like electrical science or something? Yeah, like I don't think Fortnite was entirely for kids either. I think it's just one of the more like kid-friendly video games that exist. According to your friend who's a Lego person, they are about 2 times the price of similar size Legos going by brick count. That's insane. Goodness me. That's crazy. I think Legos are cool, chat, but I don't think I could spend that much on Legos. That's like several TCG decks worth of money. And even then, I have a hard time spending money on TCGs, which is like one of my primary hobbies. Lego prices are like sometimes kind of crazy. Yeah, yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot for a Lego set. It's really hard for games to compete with Roblox nowadays, especially when kids are making money on it. Adult money for Legos, true. But like, that's the thing is like, I think a lot of these companies are realizing that like kids are a big market, but like so are adults, you know? Like adults are an insane market because like everybody becomes an adult. No one stays a kid forever, you know? But like the adults that are like already adults, like they're already adults. They already have money. Some hobbies die out with generations. The generations that loved it. Yeah, and like it depends. It depends. Like all of these stuff have to try to keep like relevance. Like remember like when Hello Kitty stopped being popular and now Hello Kitty's back? I don't know if y'all know, but like Hello Kitty was like super popular when I was younger. And then there was stuff like Domo. Like what happened to Domo, chat? What happened to Domo? Like what was that sock monkey? There was like a sock monkey that was super popular. Like what happened to those? They're gone now. I also agree, Skyhawk. I think sometimes it is okay for things as sad as that is. Yeah. Wait, never mind. The games don't sell well. The adult games for Nintendo? What? You had this conversation with your twin brother about Full Metal Alchemist kind of disappearing from conversations. I wouldn't be surprised that like some of these animes still hold up well. Like the ones that still get talked about hold like a cultural significance in some manner, right? But like for the ones that just like get for fun, it doesn't mean that they were like particularly bad. I think they're just not like they're just not with the times. I don't think that's like a bad thing. Like not everything could be timeless, you know. It is a very good opening theme. Ace Ventura is terribly like yeah. And like, chat, some things do age terribly. It's bound to happen, it's bound to happen. Like, think about all the YouTubers, chat, that was super popular, like, ages ago. And now aren't relevant. Like, it doesn't mean that they were bad videos. Well, maybe some of them were bad videos, but like, you know what I mean? One thing to grown out of is random battles in turn-based games. You can't stand it anymore. Let's save our progress on these. Oh, tower. Such a catchy song. I kind of like it more than the bunny song. I'm not going to lie. You don't think you could finish the OG Final Fantasy VII? I've never played that one, but I could only imagine. Disclaimer, I haven't played any Final Fantasy games. There's a lot of games from very, like, well-known and popular titles that I just haven't played. So. A 90+ hour game. I don't know how long the average game is supposed to last. How long, like, is the playtime of, like, the average game? Depends on the game. Most epic RPGs are around that time. I guess that's true. It probably does depend on the game. Perhaps it's not as simple as a question to ask as I anticipated. Unless it's Xenoblade. Those are massive games, like, genuinely. I'm not that familiar with Xenoblade, to be honest. There's a lot of stuff I'm very unfamiliar with, chat. You're gonna have to be patient with me. The grind is scary. That's why, like when I hear about like some of these games and you're all like, oh Sam, you should play this game on stream. It's like, I don't know if I could commit to that, chat. I don't know if I can do that kind of commitment. Not that I think that your like ideas or anything is bad, but like I'm not sure if that's entirely for me. I feel like there's just so many stuff I want to get done that I don't know if I have that amount of time to commit to things. We barely like got to the point in Monster Hunter where like I think I can play with other people like consistently now. Like to do real activities, you know. I could be wrong. And like I do want to play more Monster Hunter. It's just like one of those things that was like the pace will be incredibly slow. Like I feel like other streamers chat, they'll like get that stuff done right away and do all these different game playthroughs. Like unfortunately that's not me. On top of trying to do regular gaming, there's like a billion other stuff I want to do too, and then there's like yapping. It's too difficult to keep track of, chat. I remember seeing people play Digimon Survive. It's like if you don't skip the opening, it's straight 30 to 45 minutes of no gameplay. Just set up in the game itself. Like, don't get me wrong, chat. I don't mind spending 2 hours doing like a character equation and all this stuff. Like, you know how I don't like to skip dialogue and such for a lot of things? Which, like, probably will, like, vary depending on the game. It's like, I don't know how enjoyable of an experience that is. Like, chat, not to pull another back in my day. But we're pulling another back in my day, chat. Back in my day. They have these things on YouTube called Let's Play. And it's exactly as it sounds. It's people who play games with the intent of having people watch them do an entire playthrough. It was kind of like streaming before streaming was a thing. It was someone just recording themselves playing through the game, and then people would watch the video. It's like before live streaming on Twitch became a popularized thing. Oh, a 90 stream streak. Hello, Marksman. Congratulations. You have done it. That's huge. 90. Huge. Holy. That's almost 100. That's like an entire, like, 3 months with this sand sleep. Thank you for hanging out. But, like, so they used to do these Let's Play videos, and before those, like, got popular, gaming videos were, like, kind of hard to do sometimes on like YouTube. But as gaming videos got popular, that's like what inspired platforms like Twitch to become a thing. So that people could like watch you as you do these things. And then like later on, like just chatting and like those kind of like streams got popular too. Like any kind of content can get popular, but like you know how like the digital landscape kind of evolves. Oh, next layer. But like now there's like so many different like places for content to be kind of crazy if you think about it. watching your 3,000 episode Binding of Isaac Let's Play. Is there like 3,000 episode Let's Play of Binding of Isaac? That sounds crazy. I could not imagine making 3,000 videos. Like, even if it is just like you recording like every session that you played, like that's potentially years worth of content. I don't even know how you begin to like, even if you do like an hour of the playthrough every single day. Yeah, that's a lot of Isaac, I agree. You can't even finish your own games anymore. That's how I feel, chat. Like, a lot of the games I play are like a social thing or like card games. Like, unironically, chat, when I play League of Legends, I know, terrible dog pass. One of the things that actually, like, so it was mainly a social outlet for me. But one of the things that made it enjoyable, which, like, I know that is a strong statement, just don't lynch me just yet. One of the things I actually liked about it, which maybe not everyone liked. One of the things I enjoyed about is how, like, no two games are ever the same. Not in, like, a roguelike sense, where it's like, oh, you're doing the same exact thing over and over again. It's just like, you know, it was, like, different every time. Like, different enough that it was, like, interesting to me. Yo, Alona, you have to play Psychonauts. I mean, I think it's fine if you don't like playing multiplayer. So, okay, hot take. Hot take. Now, this can only exist really in, like, the space of online gaming, where there's no, like, inherent harms. In my opinion, someone who doesn't like to play multiplayer games for the reason of socialization can still enjoy playing a multiplayer game. Like, someone who doesn't like socializing can still enjoy a multiplayer game. They would just be playing the game like with the intent that you're playing alone. You know? Like a 1v9 type scenario, but not, you know? Like, I know when people say, like, stuff like, it's a little bit different when you play, like, a card game, IRL, right? But, like, let's say you don't like to socialize. But you like playing two-player games. You can go play chess online, or you can play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel online, and you don't have to directly talk to the other person. So I think people who, like, don't like to socialize can still enjoy multiplayer games. I think there were certain aspects to some of those games, like trying to play like a game IRL, like card games IRL, is something that maybe they might not enjoy as much because they don't want to be socializing with people. There's nothing inherently wrong with that. But I think it's like a valid statement for like if someone doesn't like multiplayer games online, they can still enjoy a multiplayer game. You know, like even if they don't like gaming with other people, if that makes sense. I was kind of like a very jumbled thought. It's kind of what I'm trying to convey. Your name is Isaac, and every time that game comes up, you do a double cake. True. When are we binding the giant skyhawk? Imagine going into dueling book to socialize. No, like that's not what I'm trying to say. But you know what I mean, chat. When you. I don't know, maybe there is someone who goes to dueling book to try to socialize. Maybe they have friends or something. Maybe that's your midlife crisis, or that, or a 175-gallon African cichlid aquarium. Ooh! Okay, well, okay. So, fish versus, like, fully completing the Binding of Isaac. I don't know, Tower. That is a difficult decision. I suppose when you decide which one your midlife crisis is going to be, report back to us. Chatting in TCGs is so iffy. So, my friends used to kind of hate playing... Okay, like, not hate, but... Some of my friends didn't like playing League of Legends with me. because I would be yapping the whole time. And they're like, I want to focus on the game. I want to win the game. I'm like, what do you mean? I don't even need to tell you I'm going in. And I would be like, starting the fight right at that moment. And we would be like, having this conversation mid-team fight. And I'd be like, see, I don't even have to go in. You know, I just do it. And you follow up on it. And then we win the game. So let's just talk about things. And like, no, Sam, we're going to focus on the game. What happens if someone's missing? I'm like, that's what pings are for. That's what pings are for. If you need to tell me something in-game, just say it. But like, we can have a conversation. We can have a conversation while playing this game. It shouldn't be that. Maybe they can't multi. Maybe they can't multitask. I'm actually really calm when I play League of Legends. So I don't think it'll be very exciting for y'all. I'm very calm when I play League of Legends. I'm very calm in most situations. So I don't think it's very exciting. Like, the most upset I've ever gotten at Yu-Gi-Oh! Macedor isn't even at Yu-Gi-Oh! Macedor. It's not even at the client timing out. It's like when the game gives me royals. Like, the most upset I get at Macedor has nothing to do with the game at all. And everything to do with RNG. Is that the content you want? Do y'all really want to watch me play League of Legends? No one wants to watch me play League of Legends. Runeterra died. Runeterra's not real anymore. Legends of Runeterra died. They killed it. They killed it. They killed Legends of Runeterra. They hate it. I have people who will play League of Legends with me. I'm not like particularly great at it. I'm not particularly bad at it. I really don't think it'll be entertaining content. Like, if y'all really want it, I'll do it. But I warn you, it's... You're not going to get... I feel like when the average person thinks of, like, someone playing League of Legends, they think of someone getting, like, really upset or, like, really salty or something. I'm too calm. Because I no longer... And now the same team is directing the TCG. The same team that killed Legends of Runeterra is directing Riftbound? I'll kill him. I'll kill him, chat. In Minecraft. It'll be cool to see me react to the new stuff. Every third champion. What are the A for Max is this? Actually, you know, here, I'll tell you a story about one of my recent reactions to something new in League of Legends. Here is Santon. Santon is talking to one of her friends. They're discussing some things in League of Legends. They're discussing trying to drag me out of retirement to play League of Legends. And, you know, I'm talking about my heydays. My heydays back when I played League of Legends. And, you know, I gotta kill some okay, well, like, you know, if you are actively playing League of Legends, like, my friend, the one actively playing League of Legends, and I asked, well, so, like, what rank are you? Because I told him, like, I used to be, like, hi, honey. Honey, I love you, honey. Welcome, Raiders. If y'all don't know me, then ain't Santon Saliawi. Sansoy, for sure. I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Macedor, the one TCCG. Sometimes I do what? I am a world competitor for a card game called Alestos. I'm also married to the most beautiful and talented and amazing woman in the world, who is waiting us right now. Hi, honey. How was your stream? Hello, welcome on in, everyone. Y'all don't know me. I'm a TCG lobster lady who also does art. I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Pretty casually, but I play competitively in other card games. If you're wondering what we're working on right now, kind of what I do is a pretty difficult medium. I do animation. But I'm not very good at drawing people, so I'm trying to do these shorter animations to kind of practice. But it's really hard drawing people. But this is what we're working on tonight with Yapping. Unfortunately, I was about to talk about my deep dark secret past. My evil dark secret past. I used to play a game called League of Legends. For those of you who can't connect the dots, it's League. And so chat was talking about how like they wanted to see my reaction to some of the new stuff in the game. And so one thing I did have an actual reaction for was I was talking to one of my friends who was trying to potentially drag me out of retirement for League of Legends. I was talking to him, right? And they were telling me, also, honey, if you need to head out, you don't need to stick around. Welcome on in, Hunter. Welcome on in, Reversion. Hello, Beast. Hello, Blade Type King. Hello, Neptune. Hello, Lord Dancer. Hello, Aeon Chili. Hello, Psycho God. Hope y'all are well. Hello, SK Gaming. Thank you for redeeming Nientally. So, anywho, chat. I'm talking to my friend about League of Legends. And they're like, okay, well, like, what if you come play the new League of Legends? It's pretty good. They're like, the new season's gonna start, yada, yada, yada. There's new stuff. I'm like, alright, I'm talking about my heyday back in the day. Thank you for the headcats. Thank you for the hydrate. Talking about my heyday back when I used to play the game. Thank you for the hydrate. So, like, I'm not very great at League of Legends. Also, I suppose since we just got rated, I'll snooze the ads for 5 minutes. So, I'm talking about when I used to play the game. And when I used to play the game, chat, I wasn't like crazy good at the game per se, but I wasn't like too terrible at the game either. I like sat usually in platinum towards the end of the season, because I have really bad reaction speed, but I have pretty decent like macro. My macro kind of sucks, but I have pretty okay macro. It's like back like season 3, season 4, season 5 type stuff. So I'm discussing with my friend like the ranks that I used to be. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I used to be like... Okay, here's the thing, chat. I used to be plat when plat actually mattered. I used to be plat when plat actually mattered, okay? Plat back in the day actually used to be pretty decent. Anywho. So, if y'all don't play League of Legends, in League of Legends and a lot of other games, how you designate what rank you are is you abbreviate the start of the rank. And you put, like, what rank you are. So, like, say you're Platinum 5. You put P5. Like, Persona 5. Let's say you're, like, Gold 2. You go G2. Okay, so I tell my friend, I'm like, yeah, I usually sit around, like, Plat, like... I picked up, like, Plat 1 in my, like... I think I was going towards my promos and I got trolled out of it. I digress. Not that it particularly matters. And so we were discussing my previous rank. Well, I brought it up and I'm like, okay, well, like, if I'm gonna play, like, what rank are you? I guess in my head, well, not I guess. My intent with asking them what their rank is I want to know, like, if we're going to be playing games together, like, how trolly can I be? Like, how serious do I have to take the game? To keep up with their, like, skill level or whatever. And they say to me, oh, you know, like, none too crazy. I'm E4. And I'm like, what is E4? And they're like, oh, you don't know. Right. I forget where they added. I don't know if it's between platinum and diamond or if it's below platinum and between gold. But basically they added a new rank called emerald. And so I told him, like, next thing you want to tell me is that they added wood division or something. How many new ranks could they possibly add? Like, it was a big deal when they added master rank. Emerald is between plat and diamond. It was a big deal when they added master rank. Chat, it was a big deal when they added masters. It separated the frauds from challenger. It was actually really important. So I'm under the impression that, like, emerald is like the new plat 1 or something. Or maybe it's the new D5. Who knows? I also think at some point they removed, like, the number 5. I could be wrong, but I don't think there's, like, a 5th division anymore in the division. Which is crazy. Some of the topics we were discussing today, wages. There was a song that I heard that is super catchy. So y'all might hear me, like, hum that on occasion. It's just 1 through 4 now. That's crazy. But yeah, so that's something new about League of Legends. For those of y'all who unfortunately know League of Legends, what's the most recent champ I remember? Vex? Vex. It's either Vex or, like, Chrysante. Also, Twitch, you're about to head into some ads. It's either Vex or Chrysante. I can't remember which one came out first. What do you mean, oh my? I'm not... Vex is recent, right? Vex gotta be real recent, because Sante's newer on this one. My jungle carrier. The only junglers I play is like Sejuani, J4, Vi. Casante's newer? Alright. Like, just off the top of my head, I would tell you Vex. If Casante's newer, then Casante's newer. Twitch chat, when you're back from ads, I will sing you a little bit of this, I suppose. Oh, hello. Meet all day. Like, actually, welcome on. I don't know who that is, but thank you for the follow. Yeah, Twitch chat, when you get back from ads, I'll catch you up on this one. Kitty ears, Sansley is very adorable. Hello, guys, though. Welcome on in. Apologies, I was very focused on drawing these lines. In the meantime, those of y'all who aren't in ads, congratulations. For anybody who either picked up some of those gift subs recently, or those of y'all who have like Twitch Turbo or something, or those of y'all who just didn't get hit by ads. Unfortunately, League of Legends is like one of my like really big all-time yap topics. So I try not to bring it up too much because I really don't want to talk about League of Legends. I'm like a League of Legends, like, I guess, boomer, as the kids would say. I'm gonna be a little bit lazy, just not just that over. But mind you, chat, I only know what Cassante does. Because Cassante came out, like, was... Well, not came... Well, yes, he did come out, but... So, I know about Cassante. Because when Cassante was being featured, chat... It was the craziest LCS ever. It was the craziest, like, world story ever. I believe that is the year of the Faker versus Death Bot. You feel like a fraud boomer because you only saw it playing in Season 4? I mean, like, that's pretty boomer. Like, so I had an account in, like, Season 2, but I really didn't start actually getting into the game till, like, Season 3. So, like, when I first interacted with the game for the first time ever was when Sejuani came out. But I didn't, like, actively become a League of Legends player until I came back when they dropped Lissandra. Cassante's 4,700 HP, 329 armor, 201 MR, unstoppable, shield, goes over walls, has air. What kind of copy pasta is this? Welcome back from the ad break, chatters. What kind of copy pasta is this? Goodness me. The league copy pastas. So Maple Chatters, for those of y'all who came in, there's a song that comes, I think it's from TikTok. I believe the guy primarily on TikTok. His name's like Olive Sing. He has a very like pretty song. It's actually a duet, though I think the content of the duet isn't something I would want to duet with my wife. But because, you know, like it does not fit our energy. You hate league culture on streams. It's painful to watch. Poppy Potter's Showmaker's crash out over Cassante he had on stream. Interesting. It's his song that's like, it's called You Are Glad. And it goes like... You're glass, old and brittle, so I never put you on. You'll soon break just so little, and I touch myself on every shot. Wish that you were clearer. See my point of view. Your glass doesn't worry, so you choose the worst thoughts first. You're a pain. And I worry that your temper's always fine to burst. Wish that I was clearer and could see your point of view. But I'm glass and I'm a mirror. It's a very cute song. It's like one of those songs that like, there's a bunch of songs nowadays, chat, so like they aren't on songs. I was talking about this earlier. Like, there's a lot of songs that are just like little ditties and tunes, like little jingles. But I like the sound of it, and it has like a piano backtracking to it. It's very pretty. Like, this is not a song I would want to sing with Maple though, because like, you know, that's not a relationship dynamic. We have a really healthy relationship. She's wonderful. I love my wife. It's like, she's the singer. I'm not much of a singer now. I know better. Our wife. Maple my wife. Real chat. Maple my wife. They're probably wondering, Sam, what are we doing here? I'm doing an animation. So now that I did like the initial sketch for it, we started with a storyboard. As I can show you all the original storyboard so you can see how far that we've come. I'm not good at drawing people, so please don't judge me for how rough this is. Here's the rough storyboard. So the rough storyboard started like this. I was at my local quad shop. And I had the idea for this, so I had to scribble it down on the notes in my phone. And then we took the individual storyboard frames, and this is where we're at now. I gotta go re-enable the quick layers now. So I'm trying to add like more proper details to these. So we're working on the line art for the like clouds and pillars section. Where did the clouds and pillars section go? Ah, okay, I'm just crazy. For a second, I thought we lost all of that line art. I'm just not. The line art's right here. So we went from like that short little bits of frames and storyboards to like a couple of the like more fleshed out keyframes. Now I'm doing the line art for this section. We have to eventually do the line art for everything, but drawing people is hard, so I'm doing the line art for this first. This is looking awesome. Thank you. I hope you're well, Santa. Oh, that's what we're up to. I might cheat on the pillars a little bit and use a line tool to draw the vertical lines. But you know what, chat? Tools are meant to be used. Tools are meant to be used. I'm gonna call this one Pillow One. Go ahead and save our progress too. Oh, hello. Alcapoco Gold, thank you for the follow. That... I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. So, I tried to do art. I'm not the best at it, but you know, we're doing our best. We're doing our best. Gotta give it our best. We're yapping about League of Legends. Is that song I happen to have heard in like a lot of stuff going on, of course. We might not be able to use this pen tool. We might need to use a different pen tool and go even smaller. But we're gonna be a little bit lazy because trying to do all these lines is going to be very time consuming. We're also kind of cheating with this like section is we're drawing this whole area first. And then we're just going to like zoom in manually. We're gonna draw this. And then we're just gonna manually zoom in. But it's gonna take a lot of effort to draw two separate like planes. I have the cute art. Thank you, son. You're welcome on. Thank you for the vid. Chat, in order to make stuff this complicated, you have to take shortcuts where you can. But like reasonable shortcuts. None of that like dumb generative stuff. That stuff's not cool. Yeah, efficiency. Maximize our efficiency. And we're gonna zoom all the way out and see how I feel about that. I might make it a little bit smaller. I don't know if that's too small now. Feels too big. Maybe, you know what, chat, more cheating. Yeah, I suppose that's alright. There's a lot that goes into all this little stuff, though. Now, unfortunately, we won't be able to copy and paste this pillar. Even though that would be ideal. We're just going to have to make the pillars everywhere. But then off a list. I'm going to make a folder. And this is pillar 1. So I can easily separate the pillars. What I'm doing is I'm I'm spreading out the layers in which these pillows are appearing. This is like an intended layer order, please. I can only hope that we keep these about, like, equidistant as the ones before. If not, it might look a little bit funky, but it's fine. This is a very brief portion of the entire animation. Surely people won't know. Surely. This place looks good. And before I forget, we're gonna name this layer. It's gonna be Pillar 2. This is Pillar 2 Clouds. I will make the photo for Pillar 2. And then the last thing we're gonna do is gonna do the little top part. Time sure flies by when you're doing art, chat. We only took like 30 minutes to draw 2 pillars. It only took 30 minutes basically to draw 2 pillars. Surely with this pace we'll be done in like 3 months. Surely. I like the shape. So the fun thing about digital art, chat, is that like it's a very forgiving medium. So you can always erase, adjust, anything you need to adjust. Okay, well we're supposed to be yapping and walking at the same time. We want a tight shift here. We can't just get away with all these excuses, you know? Yeah, that's when you get too complacent. That's when you get too complacent. Yeah, I think that looks about proper. Two whole pillars. I can't believe we have 3 more. I hope that it looks nice when we're done. And doing the line art helps us do another kind of important thing, chat. When we do the line art, it lets us come in later and easily fill in the colors. We're definitely gonna do that too. So I suppose since we have a lot of people hanging out with us tonight, exciting things happening in the future of Santon. We have a great molting that is approaching towards the start of March. So I suppose if y'all are interested in like fun, interesting, exciting activities, that is something that we will have going on pretty soon. So look forward to that, I suppose. You can come join us, I suppose, if you have the time. It might come to the point that like we're getting close enough to the foreground that we swap back to the actual blush for the pillar section soon. Also, I have two options here. Either I can make all of these like pillars the same size, or like put the drawing. This one is a proportionally larger pillar than the other one. Well, that's more like a creative decision. Oh, hello, Niels. How are you? Twitch chat, if you don't know, because it's not on the stream, I actually also stream to YouTube. Oh, cool game. Cool, Gami. Welcome on in. Thank you for the follow. Oh, we're yapping and doing some work. Those of y'all who don't know, we also stream on YouTube. I just don't show it on the screen because apparently it's against Twitch TOS. And I know that like a bunch of other people still show the YouTube chat on the screen regardless. I think I'm just like trying to be cautious. What are we doing here? I'm working on an animation. I like to try to practice art. I'm not a very great artist. The only problem is that the kind of art I like to do is an extremely like time-intensive medium. So working on this animation right now that we're finished with like essentially like the keyframes. We need to add detail to some of the later frames, but since we have most of the main details blocked out, I took a little bit of break from trying to draw people because I suck at drawing people, to working on some of the environmental stuff. It is very time consuming. Which is like very unfortunate. It takes a lot of time to do. I'm also not a great artist, so you'll see me like redraw the same line like 50 million. But yeah, it does take a lot of time. But the only way to get better is like the practice. Art is one of those skills you can genuinely like improve at. I do play Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, I suppose if some of y'all who just coming in, those who stuck around from the wait, and those of y'all who are just joining us, my name's Santon, Santon for short. I'm a TCG lobster lady who plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Master. The one is TCG. I'm a world competitor for a card game called Arestos. Sometimes I do it. I don't have a lot of experience with art actually. My art's pretty bad. I just like the concept of anime. I think like I do an okay job at understanding animation. I don't think I do as well as like the professionals. I do alright. Kind of, yeah. Like I have no like proper like training for it. I'm trying to practice by doing like little shorter, smaller animations. This one's like longer than some of the practice ones we did. Like some of my stuff is like very like rudimentary and simple. Like where is this short animation file I can pull up? I can open this one really quick. Like, this one's, like, really simple and really short. This one was, like, a one I tried to do in, like, an hour or two. Like, this one that we're working on is obviously more complicated. My most complicated one to date is, when the file loads. One of my most complicated ones. I have one that's more complicated than this, but we never finished. One of my most complicated ones is this one. Yeah, we can turn off the little filter. It's one of my more complicated ones. This one is like... How many frames is this? This is like 104 frames at about 8 FPS. So not every single frame is like one frame, but some of them are like individual single frames. Some of them are like a single frame extended by like 1 or 2 frames. So I didn't draw every single frame. I think I've drawn frames. It's like at least 80 individual drawn frames. Probably. And like these are all drawn, line art, and fully colored and shaded too. So this one obviously took a long time. Like you can see like the individual like shading for each of the frames. There's like a shadow when this like jumps into the air. Like, this one in particular is, like, if you look at the timeline. Like, this starting frame, this one holds for 3 frames, 2 frames. This is a single, and then 4. So sometimes I change, like, the speed, like, how long the frames stay there in order to facilitate the speed of the animation. And, like, it all starts from, like scratch too. Like I do the little like individual like let's see. Let me drag this all the way to the top. If I can drag it all the way there. But this has like a billion layers too. You also have to keep in mind that on top of having like a billion frames, this has like a billion layers. Whenever this drags to the top. It may unironically be faster to delete every other layer, but too late. We're already committed to dragging it. Okay, it's taking a lot longer than I thought it would take. We've committed to dragging it, so we're gonna keep dragging it. But man, this took a lot longer than... It's because one of these is not collapsed. So, like, all the layers are expanded. So, on top of each one having, like, probably, like, at least 8 frames for each individual segment. Having, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 individual layers for the coloring. But once this gets to the top... You can see the little purple thing. The purple thing is like my original sketch for how this was supposed to go. So yeah. So like, you know, you don't get to like... And I did all this without knowing how to do like the back one or anything. It's just... Trust the process, chat. Trust the process. It's gotta trust the process. I'm gonna close this and not save it. Like, I don't know. Sometimes you just have to put yourself out there, chat. You just gotta do it. From my perspective, it's like a messy pancake. So if y'all don't know what I'm talking about with the messy pancake, I don't know if this is true for everyone. Maybe this is only true for my folks and my family. But basically, when you like make pancakes in a pan, you put the oil in the pan and you make a first like messy pancake. And the whole point is you take a little bit of batter and you just splatter it all over like the pan. And what that does is those like little like that little splatter of pancake soaks up all the oil in the pan, so that when you pour out and make the rest of the pancakes, they're all super nice and like not oily and messed up. So every time I like go and do this stuff, I try to go with it in the mindset of like doing a messy pancake. Like the first thing I do is never gonna be like the most perfect and amazing thing. But, you know, if you never put the messy pancake into the pan first, you're never going to have the, like, really good, non-messy pancakes. And sometimes I'm really bad at taking my own, like, advice and, like, logic on it. But I try. I try my best to hold to those ideals and try not to be too much of a perfectionist with this kind of stuff. And, you know. I spend all my time thinking about doing something. It never gets done. Good enough for me. We'll call this pillar 3. Let's make the photo for the pillar. And so like that's the other thing is that like none of my animations like do anything crazy either. Like they're just stuff I want to do. I'm not getting paid for them. They're not going like viral or anything. Not that they need to go viral. Like they're just for me, my intents and purposes. I respect animation a lot as a medium. Save our progress before I... Yeah, so... I do want to do more of these hard streams. I really need to do more of these hard streams. It's hard to balance because I do a lot of other streams too, but... If we are not disciplined, chat, we will not accomplish what we want to accomplish. So there has to be some kind of discipline. If I really want it, chat, you know. If I really want it, then I should be the one doing it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Really validating for me. Plus, you know, it gives me time to like 2+1 stuff. I get to hang out with y'all. I get to yap. And I get to work on it. And sometimes I do get a little focused on the art, so it gets a little quiet. But I hope that it's like cozy and comfy and it's a nice hangout time with all this. That's all I can hope for. like, of course, I go back and do a lot of cleaning up of this stuff, too. I only hope that this, like, looks a little bit professional in some regard. If not, it's fine. Messy pancake. I'm not a professional. So, you know, it's not the end of the world if it doesn't come out real fancy. Someone tells me it doesn't look professional, sue me. Sue me, I'm not a professional. Never claimed to be. So kind of cheating and just drawing out these lines this way instead of trying to draw them with my pen and like an actual like stroke, because that's just difficult. Trying to draw straight lines is really hard. So like when we're being efficient, we're using the tools given to us to draw lines. If and when it's possible. It's like, chat, I got more frames to draw than just this. If I manually draw every single line, instead of like using the tool that lets me draw a straight line, we're just being highly inefficient with our time. I'll smile at death. Graphic design of any kind is super hard. I hope you're well, smile at death. Take all the props I can get. Exactly. YouTube knows what's up, chat. YouTube knows what's up. I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. Smile after death. We're hanging out. I'll figure out what our next Yap topic is after I finish this pillar. I'm making a photo. This is pillar 4. Again, the reason why we're grouping these into like photos is so that I can easily like go and find the pillar that I want to edit. And, like put it on and off, or whatever else I need to do with it, chat. You know. Just to be organized, keep track of it. I'm kind of bad with layering sometimes, so I'll name like the individual folders proper names, but the actual layers in between the folders, like that's fair game. Like anything in between the folders, I'm just leaving as is. When it comes to animation, there's too many layers, chat. It's a one-woman show doing all this stuff. Too many layers for me to name every single layer. Name the important. Efficiency. Trying to draw an oval is going to be the death of me. Okay, pause. This one's actually pretty decent. We're gonna have to work with this one. This is pretty darn good. Through the power of digital art, we'll be able to clean this one up. There's probably like a better method to do this. We'll take what we can get. We'll take what we can get. zoom out and see how I feel about it. Make it a little bit smaller. Like, one thing I haven't started utilizing yet that I really think I should utilize. So for those of you who don't know, the program that I draw in is a little program called Clip Studio P. I like it because, well, it has good tools. The other reason why I like it is because it's you don't have to pay for a subscription for the older versions like you do for like modern Adobe. So that's part of the reason why I enjoyed it so much. Let me turn off the... Now it feels like this one over here on the left is kind of out of place. You might have to come back to that one. I think it should be fine for now. We have one more pillar to go. Okay. I'm gonna call this layer second clouds. Because this is technically two clouds. Like 2 layers to form this section of cloud. Now we work on the last pillar. Might as well make the photo. Let's call this pillar 5. Where did the people come from? My honey. Maple gave us a lead. Maple gave us a lead. I appreciate them hanging out with us. Just my honey showing me some love. Yeah, the maple relators, exactly. They have good taste, the following my honey. Okay, we take those as pretty darn good. So the angle on this one's gonna be a little bit different. The other ones, you can kind of see the tops of the columns. That's intended. This one, since it's like a little bit closer, I don't want you to be able to see the top as well as the other ones, like as flat, because it's intended to be higher up and closer to the camera. It's like a matter of perspective type of thing. So, I'm gonna fix this up. Maple Marauders. If y'all have been looking for a reason to engage in the chat, but y'all haven't had a good thing to say in the chat, tell me about your favorite thing about my honey. If y'all are hanging out. No, I think we're just gonna go back to that. Do a little bit more race. And then there was also a little cloud cover. Close enough. Let's do a little bit of a racing. A little bit less yapping because we're focusing on what's going on. But we are almost done with this frame after this, actually. I don't know if I'm gonna save this frame. Or I call this one Pillow 5 cards. I'm gonna call this Pillow Line on Original. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to duplicate this, so that I have a copy of this where we clean up the entire thing. So like all these overlapping lines. We're gonna do a couple different things. First, we need to get rid of all these overlapping line stuff. Now you're probably asking, Sam, why didn't you erase the lines behind the pillars? There's a reason for that. There's also a reason why we isolated all of the pillars. We are going to make yet another layer, which is hopefully going to start right where these clouds are. And I'm gonna take So what I'm gonna actually do is I'm going to block out the colors for this beforehand. And so I just take all of these sections. I have to hop into this section really quick. Actually, add in a little hidden line. That you won't be able to see behind the pillow, but matters only specifically for all purposes. We're just gonna use varying shades of gray to like visually be able to see all of these different ways. I want these clouds to actually be yellow, but just for the sake of being able to like see the sections a little bit better. Then we're gonna come back up and we are going to put back the pillars. And so this one's pretty simple. We just invert this after we select it. I'm gonna make these like blue. So they stand out. A little bit of a process, but trust the process. And behind this one, I'm going to actually add a layer where we fill this in with white. And you'll see what we're intending to do with this later after we do it. Trust the process. Yeah, trust the process. Trust the process. Going to now fill this in. I'm gonna hop back up to where we were before. Fill it 3. And fill this in with white again. Oh, Eric. Missed one line in top left. What do you mean? Now I hop back up here. We go down to the next pillar. Wait, so about to head into ad breaks again. Good night, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Save our progress in I think we're going to finish up like this little color breakdown and then call it here for the evening. After I show you what this is intended to look like. Then we hop back down to add a layer, or we go light with it. Again, y'all will see the intent of this when we're done. Pillar 2 is actually one of the few pillars that is like self-contained, so that one's pretty simple. Almost. Almost there, child. Almost there. I want it to look that way. Hi, Josh. How are you, Josh? You gotta work yet, Josh? We are almost done with stream and almost done with this frame, actually. It's going to be pretty darn good when we're done with it. Let's go back. Congrats. I'm glad they made it back safe. So let's go ahead and save. So what we're doing now is that I'm gonna turn this into a multiplier wheel, which makes all those little white lines disappear. Those little white lines disappear. It's a fancy little trick. What am I working on right now? We're working on oil. I suppose I can show you the updated one. Welcome back from your Twitch channel. We're still bad at drawing people, though. We're still really bad at drawing people. Whenever we're done with this, which is... I'm hoping to finish it sooner than later, chat. I'm hoping to finish it sooner than later. It's gonna need a lot of discipline to get done. We will get very distracted. So, in these two frames, is it possible for me to... Ah, wonderful. Alright. Let's see how that goes. Again, I know it's like really subtle, but I want like the motion in that it's moving. We could extend that frame too. We could extend the frame to like zoom in better. But we could tween it. We could tween it. Now that we have the like base, we could tween it. We can definitely make it longer than it actually is. Like once we're done with the actual details. There were no rules with it. There were no rules with this. Only the rules I impose upon myself. Man, do we suck at drawing people. And that's how we'll right on time, chat. Right on time. Good one, chat. Good productivity. I think it's about time for me to skedaddle for the evening. Very good progress. Might be some of the best line art we've done in a hot minute. I'm still a little unsure how I feel about this pillar. This one looks maybe a little bit too big. But we'll with it for now, yeah. We'll stick with it for now. Yeah, you know, trust the plot. Trust the plot. Thank you all for hanging out, chatters. Thank you all for the raid again, honey. I think, chat, it's about high time I find someone to sing up to. Oh, let's see who's live on Twitch. Thank you for the head. Let's see. A lot of people alive doing a lot of different things. I mean, how could I not raid my goat, my horse, Mr. Wei Mignon die? He's playing some game called Golden Sun, so I hope you'll enjoy that. I don't know what that is, but Wei is fun. He's very chill. He's also a very skilled duelist. If you don't like Yu-Gi-Oh, I like Yu-Gi-Oh. So thank y'all for hanging out. Our raid message is... Our raid message is Ray is very cool. Today we did not duel. Thanks for hanging out, Twitch chat. Thank you for hanging out, YouTube. I'm glad we got a good amount of work done on this. I'm still iffy on how I want to draw the people. But I do think we made very great progress when it comes to the actual background and such. So thank y'all for coming out. I hope y'all have a nice rest of your day, evening, wherever you are. Do take care of yourselves. I'll see y'all when I see you. Twitch chat. Do send Ray my love. YouTube chat. I'll see y'all when I see you. Which is hopefully sooner than later. Don't forget that we're molting coming the start of March. So if you want exciting VTuber stuff, that's happening then. Again, do take care of yourselves and just remember that you're all in my thoughts. Wendella. And Raid. Bye bye Twitch. Bye bye YouTube. Thanks for coming out, folks. And sleep.